Old American. She's Olympic champion. It was a bit of a surprise, that one. And 12:33. Well, she's a 12:25 athlete at her best. That was at the US Championships. There is Nadina Visser. Visser, who is such a tried and tested performer, one of the few Europeans that can mix it with the best of the Americans. Kenny Harrison, former Olympic champion, 6th in the American Olympic trials, didn't even make the team for Paris. She was 3rd in her heat. Danielle Williams, semi-finalist in the Olympics, won her heat in 12:37, a season's best. Ackera Nugent, another Jamaican, along with Williams, they were in 4 and 5. Nugent won her heat in 12:30, a meeting record a couple of hours ago. Alicia Johnson, well, 2nd in the American Olympic trials. She was 7th in the Olympic final, 12:46 in her heat here. Grace Stark goes in lane 7. 5th in the Olympic Games, 2nd in Lausanne, really consistent form. She ran 12:38 in Lausanne, then 12:42 in her heat here a couple of hours ago. Samba Maela, Sarina Samba Maela, the Olympic silver medalist. That was the only medal for the French in track and field athletics at the Paris Games. She goes in lane 8, and Tonya Marshall there on the outside in lane 9. Marshall, who was 5th at the US Olympic trials, and just checking actually, this is her first meeting since the Olympic trials. Tonya Marshall, the 25-year-old. But look out here in particular for Masai Russell. She'll have been frustrated to have been 5th in her heat. She got through as a non-automatic qualifier to this from the 2 heats. She was the slowest of all of them, as they say, Hannah, with 12:56. But she is a 12:25 athlete. She's the fastest in the world this year. She's Olympic champion, and she's on the far side to right of picture in lane 1. Visser in 2. Kenny Harrison goes in 3. Danielle Williams of Jamaica 4. Ackera Nugent 5. Johnson in 6 for the USA. Stark 7. Samba Maela of France 8. Marshall, nearest the camera there, in lane 9. Little twitch there, I thought, from Nugent in lane 5, but they're away well. There's not a lot in it at the moment. Going really well, those Nugent in 5. She's gradually forging her way into the lead here. Nugent, if she can hold it together these last couple of flights, and she does, wins it by the best fat end of a metre there. 12:27. Oh my word. She's getting quicker. That is a new lifetime best. And 12:27. That puts her right up there in the top 10 all time. There's only a handful of women have gone quicker than that in history. I'm just looking for the wind reading on that one. And 12:27, the wind was up to 1.9 earlier on. Minus 0.5, wow. Turn that around, make it a little bit stronger. They don't want too strong a wind behind them though, because it blows them into the barriers and upsets their stride pattern. And actually, if you're very, very fast over the barriers and in between the barriers, then maybe a little bit of a headwind is a good thing. It sort of holds you back a little bit from messing up your stride pattern. But 12:37. I thought 12:27 came up initially.
I think Nugent maybe hasn't got a timing chip on, because they're showing Grace Stark as the winner, and she was 2nd. Yeah, I was just trying to.
Thought I was going mad.
I'm really impressed by Nugent. We watched the heats earlier on, which she looked great, so it's no surprise she's running fast. But after that heat, she limped off. She had to take her shoes off straight away. She looked in a lot of pain. I was doubting whether we'd even see the Jamaican back out here in the final, and she's proved me wrong. She's come back and run even faster. That is a wonderful race from Nugent against a high-quality field.
Well, Ackera Nugent then, a meeting record in her heat, and improves it in the final. It's confirmed 12:29, that meeting record.
The 2024 Celia Diamond League will be remembered as the moment when Jamaica's Ackera Nugent truly established herself as a powerhouse in the 100-metre hurdles. In a race stacked with elite competitors, Nugent delivered the performance of her life, recording a personal best of 12.27 seconds, a time that not only broke the meet record but also secured her place among the all-time greats in the discipline. What made her triumph even more remarkable were the hurdles she faced just to reach the final. After her heat, she was seen limping off the track, grimacing in pain and raising fears of a potential injury. Many questioned whether she would even line up for the final, let alone win it. Yet, through sheer grit and determination, she returned stronger than ever, defying expectations to take gold in one of the season's fiercest hurdle contests. The women's 100-meter hurdles at the 2024 Celia Diamond League showcased a world-class lineup, with each athlete bringing a unique narrative. Among them was Nina Wiese from the Netherlands, a veteran known for her flawless technique and reliability at major meets. The field also included Massey Russell, the reigning Olympic champion from the United States, who came in as one of the favorites. However, she surprisingly placed fifth in her heat and advanced to the final only as a non-automatic qualifier. Her shaky performance raised eyebrows, but her presence in the final still posed the question: could she bounce back when it mattered most? Another headline name was Kenny Harrison, a former Olympic gold medalist whose journey had taken an unexpected turn. Despite her illustrious history, she did not make the U.S. Olympic team for Paris after placing sixth at the trials. The Diamond League presented a shot at redemption, although the odds were clearly against her. Jamaican hurdler Danielle Williams, a finalist in Tokyo, was also a top contender. She entered the race in stellar form, having clocked a season-best 12.37 seconds, and was determined to prove herself on the global stage. Meanwhile, Grace Stark, who had finished fifth at the Olympics and was runner-up in the 2023 Diamond League London, brought impressive consistency, marking her as a strong outside contender. Rounding out the elite field was Alicia Johnson, who had finished second at the U.S. Olympic trials but had a disappointing Olympic final, coming in seventh. Nonetheless, she remained a formidable opponent. From the very start, it was clear the race would be intensely competitive. Nugent blasted out of the blocks with an almost perfect start, keeping pace with the explosive launches of Williams and Stark. By the third hurdle, she began to edge ahead, her stride pattern flawless despite the challenging headwind, minus 1.3 meters per second. While such winds often hinder sprinters, they can benefit hurdlers by reducing the risk of over-acceleration. Still, Nugent seemed entirely unaffected, maintaining pristine form as she attacked each hurdle with precision. In the final stretch, the crowd erupted as she pulled away, crossing the line in 12.27 seconds, a time that not only clinched the win but also ranked her among the top 10 fastest women hurdlers of all time. Williams finished second with a strong 12.34, while Stark secured third with 12.41, solidifying her reputation as a rising contender. Despite her earlier struggles, Russell took fourth in 12.45, a solid result though short of her usual standard. At just 22 years old, Nugent's breakout performance marked her emergence as a major player in the sprint hurdles scene. Cracking the all-time top 10 is an extraordinary feat, and achieving it in such a loaded field added even more weight to her victory. Experts lauded her technical excellence, particularly her poise under pressure and her ability to adapt to adverse wind conditions. This win also carried a deeper emotional resonance. Nugent had experienced setbacks in previous seasons, including injuries and missed opportunities in big meets. Overcoming a possible injury right before the final made her victory all the more uplifting, a powerful demonstration of her resilience and mental strength. The 2024 Celia Diamond League served as a clear reminder of the incredible depth in women's 100-meter hurdles. With seasoned stars like Russell and Harrison still competing and promising talents like Nugent and Stark on the rise, the event is entering a thrilling new era of elite competition.